like I said, I looked at the table this morning. I've not looked for the last couple of weeks, and I was quite shocked to see us in 19th. And when you see that they were 20th, I think were they on the same number of points as us before the start of the day? You just
One fewer.
One fewer. Yeah, I thought it was close. You just thought, right, we cannot lose today. When you're down at that end of the table, it's vital that you take points off the teams around you. And the more times you take 3 points off them, the better. So it was a huge game for us today. Even still, this early in the season, we're 11 games in, it was massive, because if they'd taken 3 points off us, we'd have dropped down. We would have been 20th, maybe 21st, and they were all of a sudden 2 points ahead of us. And then you start to really think, okay, this is going to be tough. But now, we're back up to 16th. We're back in that sort of middle pack. Another win on Tuesday, and we're even further up the table. So it was a huge victory today, and it didn't matter as much about the performance. If I'd have happily gone in with a 1-0 off somebody's backside in the 95th minute, because I think that's where we are right now. We just needed to break that cycle, break that run, because I'm still convinced that there's a team in that squad. Absolutely, there is a team of players in that squad, and we just need that 11, whoever they are, because I still don't think we've found it yet, and that formation for that 11 to just really gel and really click. And I think we've got real potential. Not saying we're going to top three, maybe not even playoffs. I don't know. And that's me, trying not to be overly positive as normal. But I think we are comfortable in this division squad without a doubt, and we should be near the top end. And I think we've still got that opportunity so far this season. We just need something just to click and make it right. Pretty much like you go back to that season in the National League, that kind of felt like a turning point for us, and when we were really struggling. And maybe this is the same. I really hope so, because I think there's some real possibilities in this squad.
I am going to contradict myself though, Chris, because as important as the result was, and it was much more important than the way Tranmere played, we should still be somewhat concerned by what we did see on the pitch today. And that there will have been many Tranmere fans watching this game who thought when that Bromley goal went in and they pulled it back and made it 2-1, they would have all been thinking the same thing, because we've seen it many times before. They're going to take it, or they're going to take at least a point. And thankfully, Tranmere held on. Whether or not they deserved the 3 points is up for argument if you look on social media, and I'll read through some of the tweets in a moment or two. But to come back to that point, how concerned should we be about that manner of performance?
I still think, we should be concerned. I think for me, like I said earlier, we gave the ball away far too much. We were left far too open, even with like 5 in the midfield, where you expect us to probably control the game a bit more in there. They just seem to have so much space in front of our back four. A lot of the time you'd see Finlay and O'Connor almost sat in that, so we're almost becoming like a back seven at times, and that's a concern. And is that a lack of confidence? Possibly. I can't imagine that we've gone there to sit that deep. But yeah, it's still concerning that we're not creating enough chances. Like I said, our 2 goals essentially came from 2 slip-ups in their back four. And yes, it's good that we've pressured them enough to make those mistakes, but we need to create more chances for ourselves, and we're still not doing that. So that is a concern, and that's something that we really need to look at. Again, as I said earlier, Finlay came in. I thought he had a great game. There were times when he really picked those passes, through the lines, which is the sort of passes we don't seem to get at the minute. We haven't got a player that can do that. So if he's going to come in, and if he can stay fit and we can get him working, then that's the kind of player that we've missed for a long time. But he's also somebody. Commentators were comparing him to like Jay Harris a bit, because I think some of his tackling was absolutely in that mold. He's probably a bit of a better ball player than maybe Jay Harris was, but I think he can make a difference. But there is, we're not out of the woods by a stretch. There is still a lot to be concerned about, and a lot we still need to work really hard on, for sure.